What's going on, everybody? Smoke here for 563 Gaming, and today we're going to talk about Battlefield 1, specifically the open beta, obviously, because I haven't played the full release game yet. And basically, I picked up the open beta, the free open beta, and I played around with it for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 hours, just to kind of get a good feel for it. I will be the first to admit that I've never been a Battlefield player. I've never actually sat down and played a Battlefield game up until this point. I was always a COD guy. I played a lot of COD from COD 4 Modern Warfare up through about Black Ops 2. And then I just kind of got sick of the regurgitation. But I'm not going to get into the reasons why I don't play COD anymore. Maybe on a different video I'll allude to some of that, But I haven't played a Call of Duty game since Black Ops 2. And I never played Battlefield at all because, like I said, I was a Call of Duty guy. And then I saw all the stuff coming out about Battlefield 1, and I thought, and it intrigued me. The whole setting of World War I, that's really never been done in a video game. I know there's Verdun or whatever the heck it's called, Verdun on PC or whatever, but for the most part, nobody's really done a World War I war game like this, first-person shooter, and so it intrigued me. And, so I picked it up. I've been playing it. And there's a lot of good things to say about it, not too many bad things to say about it. For me personally, I'm probably not going to pick it up, just for the simple fact that it's really not my style of game anymore. I mean, I really, I play Overwatch, but that's a completely different style of first-person shooter. And, it's just way different from this style, and I'm more into the small maps, the team-based games, which I'm sure Battlefield will have. But as far as first-person shooters, I think Overwatch will keep me pretty busy for quite a long time. But as far as Battlefield 1 goes, for what it is, I mean, it's an amazing game. I mean, the graphics are on point, and I will say that when I did jump in, I felt like, the first time, and as you can see from the footage going on behind me, I'm dying a lot, okay? Like I said, never played Battlefield before, not used to the wide open maps, and, it really kind of gave me a sense like I was in a real battle during World War I, where, there's just planes flying around, shooting, dropping bombs, and, there's tanks everywhere, and, the opposing team was just coming out of nowhere. At one point a sandstorm blew in. I mean, everything just looked really good. I mean, the frame rate was good. The graphics were on point. I didn't really encounter too many glitches or bugs or anything. I'm sure other people have, but I didn't personally come across anything that took away from the gameplay for me. I had a lot of fun, but it was a definite learning curve. I'm not used to this style of gameplay. And, but, I mean, like I said, the graphics were on point. Everything looked crisp and clean and good. And, the mechanics of the game felt good. There's some times where I was a little flustered with it, where, I put 5 or 6 bullets into somebody's chest, and then they shot me and killed me with a handgun at distance, which kind of irritated me a little bit. But, that happens a lot in first-person shooter games. Happened a lot in COD, I can tell you that. So, just a lot of things like that may have happened, but that's just like a typical first-person shooter type of thing. But, on the whole, I had a lot of fun. It really immersed me in the experience, where I really felt like I was on a battlefield, where, especially when you play the rush mode and you're on the offensive, and you have to hold back because the artillery fire starts coming in, and it's boom, boom, boom all around you, and You know, it was fun. All the footage you're seeing here is Conquest mode, which is the big wide open map. Up to 64 players can be in there, and you're trying to take objective points and hold them, and you know, it's like a domination type of style of game, and it's, you know, only on a much broader scale. So, but you know, it was fun. I'll give it that. It was a fun experience for me. Is it a game for me? No. But there are, you know, people out there who love Battlefield games, who've been playing Battlefield games since the first one came out, and I'm sure they will be, you know, standing in line, picking this one up, and having a whole bunch of fun playing it. If you're new to first-person shooters, you'll probably have fun playing it. You know, I mean, for me personally, I'm a seasoned veteran of many Call of Duties. I've played Overwatch, you know, Doom. I've played a lot of first-person shooters, and this was fun to play. It's just not my style of gameplay. So, you know, like I said, I tried all the different classes. I went through Scout, Medic, Support class, and the Assault class. They all felt pretty balanced. Everything felt good. Like I said, it was overall, on the whole, it was a well-rounded first-person shooter. It was good. It immersed me into the battlefield and made me feel like I was part of the actual World War I battle. So in that sense, it was an amazing game. It was fun to play. I've been playing it by myself. Not a lot of my friends have picked this up and been playing it, and I can tell you, playing it by yourself, if you're not on a team where everybody's got mics and you're talking and communicating, it can get a little frustrating. But that's with any first-person shooter, really. Any kind of game where it's like objective-based and you have, you know, you've got your squad of people, and if you're not communicating, you're going to have a bad time. If you're communicating and you have mics and you have friends that are playing the game, you are going to have a lot of fun with this. You're going to knock it out of the park because, you know, as with any game like this, communication really is key. I didn't have that experience. I didn't have friends that wanted to play this or got it. So, you know, everybody on my friends list, everybody I play with is still all about Overwatch, and I kind of am too. But, you know, like I said, if you have a group of people that you play this with, you're going to dominate. You're going to have fun. You know, it's really is a team-based game. And, you know, if you have a good team, you're going to kick ass and take names. If you don't have a good team and you just kind of throwing yourself in there, nobody's got mics, it can get a little frustrating. It's still fun, but it's going to be a little frustrating sometimes. So, I don't know. Like I said, it's not a bad game. It really is. It's going to be a really well-rounded game. I'll be interested to see what it's like when they add all the other maps and you get the full release. Because, you know, with World War I, a lot of it was trench warfare where you were literally, you know, the opposing armies were fighting over a 20-meter scrap of land for weeks on end, you know, and so it's going to be a very difficult war to portray in a game that's going to make it fun for everybody. So, you know, I don't think you'll see too much of the frontline battle stuff because, like I said, I mean, if you read up on your history, a lot of it was trench warfare and, you know, like just fighting over these tiny scraps of land. Just to gain 20 meters, you had to fight for weeks and thousands of men had to die, and, you know, the gas bombs and, you know, all the craziness that went down in World War I. It's going to be really hard to portray in the multiplayer aspect of things. Now, if there's a campaign mode, I'm sure you'll get in the trenches and, you know, be doing all that stuff, and that'll be fun. You know, I'd almost want to pick up the game just for that experience, for the campaign, more or less than the multiplayer. But like I said, is it worth the $60 for me? No, I'm probably not going to pick this one up. I've, you know, got my sights set on some other different games coming up in the near future, and no, Infinite Warfare will not be on that list either. So, but yeah, for Battlefield 1, like I said, it was fun. I had fun with it. Enough fun to warrant me paying $60 for it? No, probably not. But to each their own. You know, I'm not going to knock the game. I did have fun with it. It's just not my style of gameplay. So, that's my take on Battlefield 1. This review, is at all helpful? Let me know by smashing the like button. And, yeah.
We have lost objective Apple.
As always, take it easy. Have fun. Later.